Welcome to episode 3 of the Open Mind Show. I'm your host, Zachary. Let's get the show on the road. You are now listening to the Open Mind Show, the show that gives you endless entertainment, nice relaxing entertainment, so you don't have to stress out anymore. Enjoy the show. Can I just start by saying that I am so sorry for Wednesday's episode being so short. I honestly didn't mean it to be that short. I was just like, well, see, here's the thing. When I record podcasts, or when I record this show, basically, I use Audacity instead of my usual program like OBS or OBS Studio, where I can actually see the timestamp at the bottom. However, Audacity is a lot more different with their timestamps. So I thought it was like 26 minutes, when in reality it was only 16 minutes, which kind of really upset me because I was like, that's a really short episode. And, I kind of want to be able to make these to like 30 minutes to an hour long type ordeal, or even 2, 3, 4 hours long. But that it will get to that point when I start, emailing people, getting, people to come on the show, do interviews and things like that nature. Like if I'm sitting here, here's the thing. It's very hard to keep a conversation talking when you're talking by yourself. But say for instance, I had my friend or one of my cousins come on the show and we're bantering back and forth. You kind of forget about time, and then you realize like, oh shit, it's been 2, 3, 4 hours later. I think we should wrap up. You know what I'm saying? But when it's just you by yourself, I think it's very hard to kind of cause what you have to do, for me at least, it's where I need to have a mental conversation with myself, but or it's not more of mental, it's me saying something to you guys and then having to quickly say something else because I don't get that response back from you guys. I don't get that bounce back, or I don't get that feedback. So it's very hard to keep a conversation, keep the recording going and stuff like that. So just me explaining that is only about 2 minutes long, which is kind of you see how it's kind of hard to kind of keep it going. But today I was gonna talk about XXXTentacion, but I don't really want to trigger my my anxiety, my depression, because I really did look up to X as to me as in a motivational person in my life, someone who inspired me to do what I do, and for me to keep going and not give up on my dreams and stuff. I don't want to put myself down tonight, because I do gotta get up super early in the morning. I do gotta go places tomorrow, or not tomorrow. As of recording this podcast, it's the day of, and this podcast goes live tomorrow. Like I said, it's gonna be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you know what? I've been keeping that schedule, and I'm proud of myself, because usually my YouTube schedule is all fucked. Usually, most of the time, I've been on, since I've gotten this podcast show, and I mean not just a podcast show, with my apparel company and other things that I'm doing behind the scenes. There's stuff that I can't talk about right now that I have to talk to you about the person, if I can mention it on the show or whatever. But I've got my YouTube channels, and I've got my apparel company, and I've got this show, and this show has been really teaching me time management. I mean, yes, I am recording this at 3:30 in the morning, but you know what? Hey, that's freaking life. I was busy yesterday. I didn't have the time to record a podcast. So I mean, hey, I'm getting it out, right? I'm getting it recorded. That's all that matters, right? So today I kind of just want to talk about celebrity crushes in general, girls, relationship things, because I'd figure why not, because it's fresh on my mind. I was one of my biggest celebrity crushes. I mean, I shouldn't say crush, because that can get me in some deep water, but I mean, I really look up to her, and I kind of like her in a way, but it's not like I mean, it's never gonna fucking happen. I mean, this girl's probably like, I don't know, she's like Drake to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she has 10.4, I think, what, 10.4 million not subscribers, sorry, followers on Instagram. We all know who I'm talking about. We know it's Bad Baby. That girl, she's perfect. She's literally an angel, and like, I mean, I take that. I don't take that back, and like, I take it back in a joking way, because like, I called her an angel, even though she's the exact fucking opposite of an angel. Like, literally, she's like, you know, the 666 reverse pentagon, you know, up my ass monkey something doodle pants. I don't even know what the fuck I just said. Someone help me. But yeah, she's one of those, you know, I mean, I've had a crush on her since like basically the fucking the whole Dr. Phil shit. But I don't even remember. What is that? 2-3 years now? 4 years? Something like that? No. It couldn't have been, because she was 14 when it happened, or 13, I think. One of the two. I don't know. She's one of my crushes, and then obviously Gabby Hanna, but we. I don't know. You know, I don't watch her videos enough, and I don't know. I mean, I see her on Instagram, and I'm like, ooh, she cute, she thick. You know, it's like one of those type of, you know, crushes. Like, oh, she's thick, whatever, right? But no, like, if she was seriously down to, you know, talk, and I would love to have her on the show, because, like I said, what was it, the first episode? It was either the first episode or it was both episodes. It was the first and second episode where I talked about her, and I would love to have her on the show, because like, I'm just very curious on her mental, where she's at, you know, not like as in like I'm trying to like, you know, be her fucking therapist. I'm just like, I want to know a lot more about, you know, the whole social media aspect, and you know, what she thinks of when, you know, people use her for clout or whatever it may be. Or, you know, like she said, like, she tries to keep her friends off social media, which I think is a pretty smart way of having, you know, friendships, because social media can really ruin friendships. And so I wouldn't really call her a crush. Like, I would love to be her best friend, though. Like, I would just love to be that, you know, that best friend that's always like that. Like, I'm that one friend that is like super motivating, super like energetic on occasions. I need to say that is like, it's on occasions that I'm like that, because I mean, yeah, I suffer from depression and anxiety myself, so I'm not perfect. And if you guys are wondering why the audio keeps peaking, it's because I keep leaning forward and the mic is like in my face. Like, it's literally in my face. It's like, I might as well just fucking eat it. So I'm sorry if the audio spikes a little bit, and if it sounds too low. I'm trying to like adjust the audio. Like, I'm watching Audacity go woo 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 up and down like a, you know, a crazy madman. But so I wouldn't really call her like a crush. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, what is her name? I don't even remember her name. Her name is like, she's the girl who played Zoe 101. You know, okay, Google. The girl who played Zoe 101. The girl who played Zoe 101.
The cast of Zoe 101 includes Jamie Lynn Spears, Victoria.
Jamie Lynn. There we go. Jamie Lynn. Yes. I literally just okay Googled on the podcast. Google, no. Google, stop. Google, stop. yeah, that's another topic for another day. If I'm going to be talking about that, my phone needs to be out my room, because I don't want to be triggering that thing through the entire podcast. Yeah, so Jamie Lynn was my biggest crush, I want to say, from like 13 to like 17. I mean, she still is a little bit to like now. That's because I'm starting to rewatch Zoe 101 again, and Drake and Josh, and I'm going back in my old childhood memories and stuff, because like, I just think that's cool, right? Those shows were the shit. I used to love those shows, and then I got into YouTube and I stopped watching TV, and well, there was other shows that I used to love too. like Victorious, H2O, Alien Surf Girls. A lot of those shows were my favorite. I don't know why. I just had a really weird taste in TV, I guess. But I think my favorite show would have been, well, in like like one, two, three type list. Zoe 101, Alien Surf Girl. No, sorry, Zoe 101, Victorious, Alien Surf Girls, Drake and Josh, and I think iCarly. I used to watch that as well, but you know, what do you want, when you're like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, You're watching Nickelodeon and that's what's on. Or Teen Nick or something like that, right? I'm not watching Adult Swim. I'm not watching Family Guy at like. Actually, I technically was. When I was 13, I was watching Family Guy. I would stay up till like 1 a.m. just to watch that. Oh, my number one favorite show on Nick at Night was George Lopez. Best fucking show. And that's probably going to be like another like topic for another fucking episode, because like that show was my favorite fucking show. Like, I'm not even kidding you. But yeah, like I was obsessed with Jamie Lynn, and I was obsessed. And then Victorious came out, and then I all of a sudden became obsessed with Victoria Justice, which was kind of funny. I the one thing that I love about Ariana Grande, and the reason why I'm so in love with the girl, is her voice. I can listen to her sing like it's a melody. It's like I'm on cloud 9 floating on pillows. You know how like some people say that Morgan Freeman's voice is like cloud 9, it's like heaven. Well, that's how I feel about Ariana Grande. Even when she's just simply talking, it feels like that. And like that's why I'm gonna be honest, I've honestly watched the late night show or the carpool karaoke thing with Ariana Grande at least like 15 to 50 times. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it's because her voice is just, one, it's satisfying for some reason. I just find it like just super duper satisfying. But I also find like her voice so attractive. And if that ruins my deal or ruins my chance of having her on the show, I'm going to be upset, because like that would suck. Like, I mean, if I even got to meet her in real person, I wouldn't let my affections show, honestly, in a way. Like, yeah, I would love to be her best friend, but at the end of the day, it's not going to happen, right? I mean, it could happen if I get her on the show. Like, I mean, I'm not going to fucking date the girl, but I would love to be her best friend, be that figure. Like I said, I'm that friend who's motivative, and I'm always energetic. I got that good vibe, with me. I carry that good vibe and stuff like that. Like, I provide that vibe, that happiness. And also like she's like me. I consider like I consider her a sister in a way, because like we both kind of go through the same thing. You guys obviously know about the bombing of the Ariana Grande concert. She's suffering PTSD. Obviously, I suffer PTSD as well. That will probably be. I will eventually get to talking about that, but I don't know like how often, like how soon I'm gonna be willing to talk about that, because that's such a. I feel like that's just such a big part of my life. Like, it's also a big part of my life, but it's also a big part of my love life as well. And like it's just it's deep. It's really deep, and I just want to I want to wait for the right time to talk about it. And like even if I don't talk about it when I'm like, solo, or like whether if I'm like interviewing somebody, say I'm interviewing Ariana Grande for an example, and like it just like I talk to her about it's just gonna come out naturally, right? And you guys will find out. And that that's how I kind of want it to happen. I want it to happen naturally. I just realized something. I have a lot of celebrity crushes, and that's kind of weird. But I also have like a lot of like, not just celebrity crushes, but a lot of crushes like from like a lot of the old kids that I used to go to high school with. and things like that, and just it's crazy. You know, I was gonna say one thing, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of wait because I still haven't talked about it on my main YouTube channel, and that's why I kind of want to talk about it first. I want to sit down and talk about it there, and then I'll come on the show and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So like I let's see, who did I name so far? I named Bad Baby. I named Gabby, but in a way, I'm gonna cross Gabby off on that list. Like I like her, but not like I do love her. She's like the best. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to consider that a celebrity crush because, yes, once again, I don't want to ruin my chances of getting these girls on the show. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Gabby, if you're listening to this, please come on the show. It's not just about. I just want to talk to you, and when you were talking to Adam 22, it was something special, and I've noticed like a lot of things that I want to talk to you about, because for one, it interests me, right? I'm an influencer as well, and I kind of have the same feelings as you and things like that, and I just kind of want to have a chat, just a friendly chat, that's all. So I named Ariana Grande. I think she's like well, actually no, she's like number 3. No, well, in the celebrity list, maybe she's like number 1, I want to say, because like I can't compare celebrities to crushes of high school, like, because like, or like I have crushes on I can't talk, Jesus Christ, someone help me. I can't just compare celebrity crushes with crushes from like high school. So let's see, who else. I'm trying to think. There's other people that I be crushing on all the time. I'd be liking all their pictures and stuff on Instagram. I can't think of any right now. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to think here. Hmm. There's one more. I can't. The name is on my the tip of my tongue, but I just can't name the person for some reason. Oh, Tessa Brooks. God damn. Okay, she's gonna get mad, but your voice is kind of annoying, but I love it, cause like it's different. It might be annoying, but it's not that annoying. It's just like sometimes, like, I don't know, I just feel like, cause I'm easily annoyed sometimes, and I just feel like that's just so bad in a way, cause like I get so annoyed so easy, and like it's really bad. I gotta fix that. It's more of a personal issue than more than anything, and okay, so I would do anything in the world to be at least, well, not be with, but like to be these girls' friends. And I mean, not just girls, like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, just be their friends, be that motivating, you know, or even just to have a chit chat with them about whatever the fuck it may be. Sending Pornhub a $25 million contract. Because you know what? I will fucking do that. If Pornhub offers me $25 million, I will literally I will put my dick in any pussy. I don't care if that shit's ragdoll. I don't give a shit if that's fucking, that shit came out of like a fucking blender or some shit. I will literally fuck any pussy for $25 million. I mean, okay, that's a little controversial there. Let's kind of dim it down. Let's calm down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? $25 million to fuck a pussy. Now, hold on. This is what I wondered, because, I heard Gabby talk about this. Pornhub offered her a $2 million contract, and then she was like, she told them, no, I want a $10 million contract, but she didn't end up following through with it. But I just wonder, do you get paid that money straight out? Or is it over the course of how many porn tapes you do? Or how many videos or whatever, how many shoots you do? That's just my question, right? Like, do you get the money up front, or do you have to, like, film like 1,300 sex tapes or sex videos, or move your way up to, like, say for instance you start by fucking or eating pussy, and then fucking pussy, then fucking ass, or no, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the whole idea of what is it? Do you get paid straight out, or is it overtime? Is my curious question. Hey Pornhub, don't be afraid to tweet at us at the Open Mind Show and give us an answer. I won't mind that. I really don't. Like, go ahead. I mean, if you want to whip me up a $25 million contract, fuck yeah, I'll come to the Pornhub studios and film a couple sex tapes. Anyway, as I almost choke and die. Good on y'all. Good on y'all, lads. Good on y'all. But so let's move on to more interesting things, because celebrity crushes, they're not so fun, right? Because, like, see, the idea of a celebrity crush is like, yeah, they're a celebrity, but also like you kind of like dreamy jewel eyes all over them, because like there's a possible chance you're never gonna be able to like meet this person or talk to them ever, right? That's that slim chance of you actually doing that. So let's get on to some interesting stuff. And I mean, like, I will tell my deepest stories about the deepest crushes I've had. So, like, let's go back. I want to go back to, like, when I was in 5th grade. This is, like, God, I want to say, like, almost 11 years ago. Or something like that. No, not 11. Maybe, like, 7 or 8 years ago. Okay. So, obviously, for, safety of the person, I'm not going to say their name. But I'm going to, give them a good old, name. Like, nickname. I'm going to call her Grapefruit. Okay? We'll go with Grapefruit. Because this girl seemed like the type of girl, that she would grapefruit for her man. Okay? If you guys don't know what grapefruiting is, just look it up. So, this girl, I want to say I was in 5th grade. It was the end of the year. And I mean, honestly, looking back at it, I was a fucking creep. I was a literal creep. And I mean, I wouldn't call myself a creep. I wasn't a pedophile, for sure. I was definitely not a pedophile. But I was definitely, that weird kid. And I kind of regret, being that weird kid, because, like, it really kind of just, like, fucked me, right? So I had this crush on this girl. And this girl, it's maybe, like, I don't know, I want to say, God, it's almost the end of the year, for sure. It's definitely the end of the year. And I want to say it was maybe like 1 or 2 weeks left of school. And by the way, in 5th grade, I did have a Facebook account. I really did. Which is crazy to me that I had a Facebook account at, 5th grade. I was like, what, 8 or 9? 10 maybe? It's crazy. Okay, so, yeah, I had a Facebook at 8 or 9 years old, all right? I don't know why, but, so I added this girl on Facebook. And I wanted to be, like, really close friends. What am I even saying? I wanted to be really close friends with her, and at this point I was already in love, and I already knew and everything, and like, yet again I was 9 or 10, and you just can't say you found true love at 9 or 10, and whatever. So I add this girl on Facebook. We start talking, and I immediately start, hitting with pickup lines. I start, sending her those Akon songs, like, Angel and Beautiful, whatever the fuck the name of that song was. I don't remember. But stuff like that. And she's just like, I don't like you. Simple as that. And it crushed my heart. And then at the end of, it was almost the end of 6th grade. This other girl came in. Let's name her Abigail. Abigail was the most prettiest girl in the entire like class, or the entire like 6th grade or whatever. So I tried to pick up Abigail to make Grapefruit jealous. And guess what? That didn't work. And I'm still crushing on both of them to this day, 8 or 9 years later. And I mean, literally, it's been like 8 or 9 years since like this whole thing. But there was one story I gotta tell you guys. And about this, the whole idea of grapefruit. Grapefruit. Okay, so me and Grapefruit have had like the roughest like 6th grade, 7th grade, because at that time I was going through this mental phase, and I don't know what to call it. I honestly don't know what it was, and that's what scares me to this day. Like, I still don't understand what I was thinking at that time and period, and I would basically fake scenarios and say that I was dating Get Grapefruit, but I wasn't really. And a lot of my friends who I told that kind of stuff to would go to that girl and, say like, hey, is this true? Is this the end? A part of that was like I had fake friends as well who kind of just, sold me out, and that was it. And like I didn't want them to tell about, me saying this stuff to them, and they did anyway. So me and her got into this huge argument because I mean at that point we were still pretty chill, and then my old friend who was friends with Grapefruit was like trying to get us back together, like to be friends again. So it worked. It honestly worked, and I learned my lesson from that, to be honest with you. But I think from that she just got this really really sour taste in her mouth from that, and that's why she couldn't really trust me or anything. And like I do regret it a lot. And like nowadays like she has me blocked, and I don't know it. When I found out she blocked me at first, I just think it really just hurt me in a way, and I just didn't want to it made me feel really depressed and upset about a lot of different things. I was feeling a lot of different emotions and stuff. But anyway, back to the story. So this friend of mine, well, he's not my friend anymore, but he was my friend. And this friend of mine invited us both to the park. And, okay, this is going to be where, the pervy me comes out yet again. This was me, like, going through puberty and things like that. So, like, I was a lot more different then than I am now. I'm a lot more laid back. Like, after I went through puberty and things like that, like, I just kind of, got laid back, kind of chill. I'm not as sexual and as crazy orientated or crazy sexual, whatever you want to say. I can't think about it right now. But I was just crazy into, like, sexual things when I was 13, 14 years old. And then, so basically, how do I say this? So she dropped her phone, and she was wearing a tank top that day. Let's just say that. And I was looking straight ahead, but she bent over in front of me, basically. And to me, at the time, that was just like, oh shit, I'm about to get pussy type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was going through puberty, it was so fucking stupid. I was a little shit, okay? I do admit, I was a little fucking shit. And now I look back on it and just think, like, wow, I was a little shit. And, I tell a lot of my friends who are still friends with that girl, who are still friends with Grapefruit, like, I would do anything in the world to just, be her friend, and that's it. At bottom line, I don't want to be her boyfriend. I don't want to be hers. I just, like, honestly, over the past, like, I want to say 7 or 8 months, I've been really thinking about it, thinking about it, and, like, there would be nights where I would have, nightmares about a lot of different things that happened during that time, but also just, like, a lot of, just a lot of lucid dreams about her, and it was just like it gets weird, and like it makes me feel uncomfortable in a way, because like even though she's my crush, like I still love her to death, and I always will. But at the same time, I just need to learn to let it go. I need to learn how to let that crush go, especially as well with Abigail as well. I need to learn how to just let those crushes go. I mean, it's been almost 9 years, and I'm obviously not in one of the girls' arms, so like I just need to drop it, because like at the end of the day, I just feel like, and I've done a little bit of research on this as well, but like if you hold on to a crush too long, it starts to hurt you even more and more, and it could end up, I mean, from what I've researched and what I've read, it could end up leading to broken heart syndrome or something along the lines. I obviously don't want to die over some fucking crush, and I just don't want to. I want to be able to live my life and maybe be able to talk to one of my celebrity crushes, hopefully through this podcast. Ariana, I would love, honestly, the one person I'm gonna get on the show by the time before I die, I want Ariana Grande on this goddamn show. I want to sit and interview and talk to her and just have a good old fucking chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, just relax, and that's all this show's about, really. That's why I started the show, to kind of just kick back, relax, and rant about random fucking shit. Speaking about ranting about random shit, the Logan Paul and KSI fight is this literally in 2 days from today. It's on Saturday, August 25th, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I got my popcorn, I've got my pay-per-view ready, I've got everything ready to go. And I'm gonna I think I'm going over my mate's house, and we're gonna be doing some wager pools and things like that. Some cool stuff, just between us friends. We're not gonna go to no bar. I mean, what's the chance of it airing on a bar? You know what I'm saying? But none of that crap. I just want to kick back with a few friends. Maybe have a few beers or two, and just kick it back and watch the fight. Whoever wins. I really, at first I really just had a strong hatred for Logan Paul because of like the whole Suicide Forest thing, and we'll talk about that at some point on this podcast. We will go into detail. You know what, Logan, I would love to have you on the show as well. I would love to hear your side. I mean, yes, I've heard your side from plenty enough of other podcasts, but I want to talk to you man to man, and I want to squash it out with you. Because like I don't like to judge people without knowing them first, and I'm starting to realize that that's the best way to live life. Before I started doing that, I was very judgmental on Logan Paul. I was very I want to say I was very mad. I was very upset. I held a grudge on him for what he did, but at the same time, like now that I've learned that I can't just judge people, because I can't just judge people, because for me that's fucked up, because you're not giving them the chance to say their word and talk it out and squash it out with you. You're just holding hatred for them because they did whatever X, Y, and Z. I'd rather squash it out with him and talk it out and tell him my feelings, and squash it out, because once again, judging people that you don't know is just, I don't know, I just feel like it's just a shitty situation. You shouldn't ever judge someone that you don't know. But however, at first I really did want to see his face get kicked in and punched in and all that stuff, but now that I've kind of realized that's kind of bad, it's violence, that's just not a good way of thinking. And just give the guy another chance, kind of see what happens, right? I'm voting for either side. It would be nice if he can take it home, though. If Logan Paul can take it home, and no hate against KSI, I love you, brother, but sometimes I just gotta vote for my own country, and and I feel like that just says a lot, right? And I mean, yet again, I would also vote for England because I love, I love England YouTubers. Like, for instance, I love Pro Syndicate. I love, KSI. There's just so many YouTubers that I watch that are not, American. They're either, Australian, or they're, you know, whatever it may be, true English, UK type style YouTubers. But yeah, like I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready to buckle down to see what happens this weekend, who wins the fight. One thing that I do want to say to Logan Paul specifically is when he was on the True Jordy podcast, and he said that Jake Paul is going to kill KSI, or not KSI, sorry, he's going to kill Deji. I think that's a little bit to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? He may knock him out, but killing him, that might be a little too extreme. But I mean, if you hit the person in the temple the wrong way, you could kill them, and that's why I don't like that's why I don't fight. That's why I try to stay away from fighting, and that's why I try to stay away from like boxing and wrestling and things like that, because one wrong hit to the head can really damage somebody. It can kill them. Or, like one wrong hit to the liver can really kill somebody. And like that's what's scary about like boxing or wrestling or anything like that, cuz like you never know what can happen. You can get, punched in the face and go into a coma and never wake up again. Things like that is just like crazy. I don't know. I love how I go from like celebrity crushes to Logan Paul fighting to like concussion to like freaking comas and death. Like, yeah, this is a pretty good podcast today, huh? You guys are getting the treat today. And like honestly, like Ariana, like her voice, man, especially like in that carpool karaoke video, there was just at some points where I was just like, I'm nutting in my pants. Like, I'm just, like, jizzing all over my pants. Because, like, it's just, like, to me, her voice is just, like, it speaks. It speaks for itself. It talks for itself. It's this very, it's like a satisfying noise. Like, when you peel off the tape or peel off the plastic of your brand new phone or your brand new TV, or, you make that really, or when you open like one of those popping cans that go like, or one of those like cool, like, sounding, satisfying noises type thing. Oh, another thing I love too is like when you go on fucking YouTube and you type in satisfying noises. Do it. Seriously, people at home, fucking do it. You're gonna love it. It's literally the best thing in the world. Like, I can get off to it. Like, I can literally jerk off to satisfying noise on YouTube. Because, like, it's satisfying. Like, you know what I'm saying? But back to, like, the whole idea of celebrity crushes. And, yeah, Bad Baby might be 15 years old. I'm only 19. That's a 3-year age difference. And, we're going to talk about that. That it is going to be a topic that we will be talking about on this podcast, on this show. And, like, I don't really, like, is it considered, being a rapist if you say something like that? I don't even know. Like, I mean, yet again, it all comes down to action. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm not going to do anything to her. Like, no. Like, I'll wait. I will literally wait till she's 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? I will wait. If I have to wait, I'll wait. That's, like, the one important thing to me. Is, like, I'll wait. I don't care. I'll literally deadass wait. She's worth it. She's, like, not only, like, she's not just worth it for that reason. She's cute. She's adorable. She's awesome. But the one thing that really stands out to me about Bad Baby is her intellect. The way she thinks. How smart she is at the age of 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl is literally the smartest 15-year-old girl I've ever seen. In, like, in the world, technically. Because, like, look at her. She has gained over the, like, what? Past 2-3 years. she's gained almost, I don't know. I'm actually gonna check this because I'm curious to see how many followers this girl has gained in the past whatever X amount of time that she's been famous. You know what I'm saying? She's gained 15.1 million followers on Instagram. M as in million. This girl, she's so smart. She's got like the mind of like, a 22, 23-year-old entrepreneur. You know? And this girl's got she's got a lot, coming for her. She's got a lot that's going to, her career is going to really blossom in the music industry. Her music's amazing. I disagree on a few things, but you know what? Hey, that's her style. You know what? That's her style. She's standing out compared to any other artist, right? And that's the same thing with X. X stood out so much. He was so different compared to like a lot of the, rappers he was hanging out with, like Ski Mask. A lot of those people. He just stood out so fucking well. And that's the thing. Like, I love people like that. I love people, especially in the music industry, the whole like YouTube community. If I find a YouTuber who's really amazing, for an instance, James Charles, fucking amazing artist, amazing singer, fucking love him. Gabby's an amazing creator. She's like amazing at fucking creating music. I look for things that are unique, different, but also kind of the same, right? But also that kind of like people who stand out. And you'll notice that like a lot of people, like a lot of the videos and stuff that I watch are not gaming related. And yes, I'm a gaming YouTuber. Like, I don't watch a lot of gaming. I think I watch maybe like one or two, three, maybe three or four, gaming YouTubers, and that's it. And most of them, it's either beauty, story time, vlogging, short film type things, music. I'm not. I mean, I love the gaming industry. The gaming industry is the best industry, in my opinion. But at the same time, I just don't want to stay in that same industry. I want to look at other things as well. And, like, I'm not, see, I mean, we're about 45 minutes or 41 minutes in, and, it is getting a little bit hard to kind of just, talk about things, but I'm going to push forward. I really want to push, because, like, I just feel so bad for, the last episode being so short. And, I think if I was to date one celebrity out of my celebrity crush list, okay, and this makes it hard for me because, like, yet again, Bad Baby, she's 15 years old. I can't just say that. So, like, I would have to, like, pick Ariana Grande for sure, because like I think Tessa Brooks is also 17. I think I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure. But yeah, like honestly, if I was to date one person, one celebrity crush, and if it was legal, I would totally choose Bad Baby all the way. It's also because she's so young, and we would have a lot more time with each other. Rather than, say if I picked Ariana's already 25 years old. And, I mean, that's like, she's a quarter way to her. She's 25% through her life, And, and I'm not calling her old. I'm not calling her any of that. I'm just saying, like, I mean, yet again, I gotta really get it in a better standpoint of that she may be 25, but she's also seen a lot more than Bad Baby. And she's had a lot more experience and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would definitely choose Bad Baby if it was legal. But if it's not legal, I'm totally going Ariana. Ariana, like, she has the most, like, satisfying, like I said, satisfying talking voice, singing voice. And let me just, okay, I'm going to give you guys a quick, preference about me real fast. I love short girls. Ariana is 5 foot. She's literally perfect for me. I'm 5'5". She would be so fucking perfect for me. God. There's the things that I would love to love to do with her. Not in that way, not in no sexual way, but take her on cute little rides, take her on cute little picnics, things like that. Make her dinner. All these things. Like, I think there's gonna be definitely an episode where I talk about what I do. So what an ideal date is for me, and that's gonna be a fun episode because there's gonna be a lot to talk about, and I mean a lot to talk about. But until then, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the show here, or the podcast here. So with that being said, check out all the social media, all my social medias. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Also, consider subscribing if you enjoyed the show and enjoy what we do here. Also, email us if you have any topics or any stories that you want us to tell on the podcast. You can email us at the open show, the open mind show at gmail.com. With that being said, guys, it is time for me to exit the building, exit the podcast, exit the show. I love you all. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next show. Love y'all.